Good morning, everybody. There we are. We're here. We're here, and we're here. That's a good thing. We've been having a crazy week. I mean, on my end, I know I have. It's been, yeah, I have to admit. I don't know if everybody else. Let me know if anybody in the chat. Just, let me see. I'll put the comments on so I can see. Okay. Who else has been having a crazy week?
I've been having a crazy week. It's just like you get up and you start something and boom, it's 5 o'clock already. It's just flying by. But I did produce a podcast yesterday and I created artwork for it. And then I recorded another podcast with my P2P pal, my podcast pal, Trisha. And that was so much fun because we talked about libido and vaginas. And vaginas.
Oh, I can't wait for that podcast to come out.
So it was good, and but wow, this week just freaking flew by. And I'm like looking at myself in the video, which I need a new video camera for sure. But I'm like, oh my gosh, like I sleep. Why is this still happening? So pretty sure I need to get back on my supplements and my smoothies. I think that's the thing I'm missing this week. You know how you get feeling good and you drop it all?
Well, that's the thing. We begin to take supplements and we start looking after ourselves, and then it just drops right off. And that's human nature, unfortunately, because life is so busy, especially for us. We're always like thinking, going, doing, caring for other people, always do everything else. And then we stop and go, well, why do I feel like crap? Why am I not sleeping? Why do I, my hair so thin and icky? Why is my face like this? And you stop and think, well, when was the last time I actually had a little spa day for myself? Or what was the last day I actually, put the work aside and stopped and had a nice evening with our spouse, or even just by ourselves, or even with your girlfriend or something? When was the last time? And we have to stop and think and go, yeah, that's probably a couple of weeks ago. This is probably why this has all happened.
Well, I mean, I've done really well this week. So this week I have to say there's been some big wins. On my phone, I have found this screen time mode, and I have shut off all of my apps at 8 o'clock, right till 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's good.
So I don't have, I can unlock them, but I don't have access, nor do I hear it, nor anything like that. And I'm not anyways, but I can still get my alarm. And then I get up in the morning and I do my Bible study right away. And I actually just leave my phone, although I feel weird because even I did that last night. My daughter was trying to get a hold of me. But you leave your phone so you can go and do stuff.
Yeah, and it's not even just the phone sometimes, but it's just taking care of ourselves in general. I think it sometimes can be it seems like we get into a good routine for a couple of weeks to a month, 2 months or whatever, and then we just sort of fall off the wagon for things like that. And sometimes it can go on for years and then all of a sudden it sneaks up on you.
Oh, it sure does. And I think this week, and if anyone can, attest to that, I mean, with this new lockdown that came in yesterday, Wednesday morning it came in. Thursday morning. So now everyone's just like, either they're like, okay, or they're like, I'm not okay. Or they're going to be like very extreme and go,
yeah.
F you, I can't do it. I'm breaking the rules, breaking the law. But you have to you have to breathe, and you have to, okay. Yeah. And you have to, all right, I'm okay.
Yep, most definitely.
I'm okay. I can do this. I'm okay.
And that's the whole part of, taking the time to take care of ourselves during this time. I mean, even within, good morning, Nadine, and even within our own, our practices and different things like that, taking the time to eat properly, taking the time to stop and take your supplements, taking the time to breathe, That's a big,
Mhm.
big thing, especially with the stress. And if we're having to head out into the big crazy world right now, just stopping before you even just get into your car, or just as soon as you get in your car, or out into the world, and just stop and breathe for 5 minutes, and not even just 5 minutes, but just even 5 deep breaths, just to give yourself a little bit of perspective and time to stop and shift and just, okay, everything's going to be okay, especially because we get ramped up without even realizing it. And we get into that spiral mode upwards where we're just sort of like, oh, getting anxious, getting anxious, getting anxious. And all of a sudden, boom, it just hits you and you can't handle it, or worse yet, you don't explode, but you swallow it down. And then you swallow it down, you swallow it down. And we resist that feeling, that because we think it's not normal, or we're afraid of it, or whatever that feeling is. And then once, because if we resist something, it's just going to keep coming back eventually, all the time. And,
Mhm.
uh, especially with emotions like that, I mean, you never know when they're going to pop up again. They do. They
Yeah.
do. They
Yeah.
do. Trust me, they do. And even when you think that things are good, sometimes they pop up. But this is all of the, wanting to talk about self-care and really taking care of you before, because you cannot do the things that you need to do before you can help others as well too. So I know a lot of people that follow us and watch us and everything else, they're caregivers just like us. They're looking after family members, going out and buying groceries for elders in the community, doing all these things that we need to take care of ourselves to be able to offer to other people during this time. So
Mhm.
it's very important, very important.
Super important.
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of you might think that we are closed right now. We are taking private clients, though, with live blood analysis and nutritional counseling. For those of you that want to come in and talk to us, definitely, this is an opportunity for you. Counseling actually can be done online as well, too, if you need to. We are still working from home. We are abiding by the rules as much as possible. I know Dana has some thermography that she's doing, which obviously you have to do in person. People that want to come in and do some live blood analysis, just to get a chance to check and see what's going on with themselves. We have protocols set up in the office. It's all, all I need is a small drop of blood, and we look at it on a screen. We can stick 6 to 8 feet apart if you want for the rest, because we've got a nice big room now that we can
Mhm.
do this in. You can go and sit in the corner if you want and have your foot detox. We don't even have to be close to each other by any means. And and nobody else will be in the office at that time either. So, like I said, all these protocols are all in place for people that want to continue to take care of themselves, understanding and coming back to what the baseline is through a live blood analysis checkup, basically, see what we're at, and then being able to work slowly towards coming up to a nice, healthy balance within our lives, because that's so very important, especially with nutrition and taking that time to get out and move. Yes, we can get outside to move and exercise. This is so very important. Take this opportunity. If people that are staying at home and frightened to go out right now, please do not let fear rule your lives. Get out, walk, put your mask on if you want. This is the way it is, and you can't let this fear impact your own health and impact your life to that extent.
If
Yeah.
you are going walking today, be careful because it is,
Oh, is it slippery today? Yeah.
well, it's just
Freezing
yucky.
rain.
It's just yucky. It's 1 degree out right now, so
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's an interesting period. It's an interesting time, but I do love it because I get to stay in bed this morning and braless and flawless and still
Well,
conquer the world, right?
yeah, that's part of the self-care. I mean, if you need to take that time and you have no commitments in the morning, take the time to be
Mhm.
what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Um, I know I'm really working on some self-care right now too, and really trying to go slow. Having had a couple actually interesting incidences this week with my health, both mental and physical. And I'm not going to get into it too much, but it just was like, wow, can this week get any weirder? I have
Yeah.
no idea where this stuff is coming from.
Must be Mercury retrograde.
Oh,
Mercury's in retrograde, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my God. If you haven't seen that episode of the Baroness von sketch show, that is the funniest episode because we can all relate. Like you just try and get out of the house and you forget your keys. You try and start your car. And then this has been the thing. Like I've misplaced my keys and then I can't find my phone last night. And then it's just like, holy moly, what else could go wrong? But it's funny that you can always kind of laugh. It's good. It's good that you can laugh about it. And I'm so glad that you are looking chipper and bright today. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. But Mercury's in retrograde.
Is it? I was just going to say, is it? I don't know. Maybe it is because my computer's been acting up too. So I don't know.
My elbow, it's hard to say. There's a cold.
Everything on Mercury retrograde.
It's Mercury retrograde. Where's Rolly when we need her?
Oh yeah.
No, this is this and this is this and this is why you're like this because this is like this and this is coming into this. And I'm always like, okay, how do you know?
Deer and headlights. I don't understand it. I'm interested in it and I'm definitely in awe of it, but it's just like I have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds like a good excuse for all the crap that's been going on this week.
It sounds perfect.
If we got nothing else, we can blame it on that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know. Dana, did you want to say?
I'm trying to message my daughter. She's in the other room, and I'm like, I want more coffee. Can you bring me? What, Jaden? Oh, you're the best daughter ever.
Ooh,
maybe
you remember
in bed today. I feel it's just going to be one of those weekends that it's just going to be relax around the house, maybe get something done. Sure, or create and bake and make
that would be good too.
Delicious. I think the house needs to smell a little bit like cinnamon and beautiful clove and I think I might do that.
That sounds like a good plan. Actually, it sounds like it would make my stomach nauseous right now, but
that's all the coffee there was. Thank you. Thank you, my love.
Wait, tell Jane to bring me one too.
Wendy wants a coffee too. Anyone else? Anyone else want a coffee?
I didn't get my coffee this morning. I want one.
Oh, gracious me. Well,
okay, so actually this weekend I am going to maybe catch up on some videos. For me and my Juice Plus people and Garden Towers, there's a big regional what do they call it? Canadian regional training thing going on from 12 to 3 on Saturday that I'm going to probably put on. I'm going to cast it onto my TV as I'm, sitting and sipping something or maybe making cookies or something. I don't know. I'm not going to work while I'm watching it, but I'm going to have it on in the background. I think I'm going to be doing that. So my Juice Plus people and Garden Tower people, if you want to jump on that, let me know. I'll get you the link because it's going to be very cool. I'm so excited to, talk to and listen to all the head people with regards to that. So I'm going to be doing that. And I think like you, I'm going to take it easy a little bit this weekend and maybe clean. I haven't done anything in the house all week.
So. I'll go cut wood with my husband, but I kind of, they love, the boys love cutting trees and chopping wood and sitting around the fire and then go cut more trees and chop wood and sit around the fire. And I went and helped them the other day after work, and I was It's like, physical labor feels fantastic, right? But I've got, as I said to you this morning, I've been blessed. We've, you got to keep looking at this positively, right? We were blessed with another 7 days of lockdown. And okay, what didn't I finish, and what can I accomplish each day, right? So I have a big pile of stuff I need to post on Marketplace, right? And get that out of the house. And I honestly need to go through my clothes again, because I was doing a photo shoot with Jaden and we're trying to find some funky, nice clothes, and I just had nothing, nothing. So I just like, all right, I need to go through my clothes again. And then the house and clean and bleach, and not bleach, but clean. That smell, that what you want, that lemon, vinegar, lemon, beautiful, clean smell, and just start fresh again. Like
Mhm.
Monday, a better day to start fresh and everything done, and you're able to conquer the world and do well, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to the next week, not this week, but next week. And when hopefully, pray to God that lockdown will be finished, at least
Yeah,
for.
I was confused about that. Is there an end date that we were given?
Let me let me scroll down to my emergency alert. I don't know. I'm going to go to ontario.ca and see.
Yeah, because I never really heard if there was
Chime
a.
in and let us know if there is.
Yeah.
It's an interesting alarm actually, because then we were debating about it, right? It leaves it pretty wide open, to be honest, but you are supposed to stay home. And when does it
Yeah, unless you want to exercise, go to work, get groceries. Well, there's a few other things that you can do because I mean, there's like,
literally,
which
that's
is the only reason I leave the house for anything, anyways.
no, it says only leave home for essential purposes such as food, healthcare, exercise, and work.
And yeah, well,
Or are we doing that in
it's wide
months?
open though. It's wide open. I mean, you could, yes. Those are the only things I leave the house for
I was
anyway.
so confused about it, to be perfectly honest. I'm reading it and I was so confused, and the boys were having a big debate around the, not boys, our neighbor and my
Man,
husband,
yeah.
COVIDly safe. But I mean, they're having the big debate about it, right? Stay home, do this. You're not allowed to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, I literally just read, unless for essential things like work or food or healthcare or exercise.
Hmm. That's pretty much everything though.
I'm going to go here just to see if
I
there's
mean, obviously,
the
as opposed to
state
going up.
of emergency was on the 12th. Um, stay home, stop the spread. And did I send you the link for Sarah G, Green Med Info this morning? You had a great little talk about the COVID testing, but that's for another day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of understanding, and the question is now that how long does the virus stay in your bloodstream? And that could be a reason why, because now there's still people who had COVID are still testing positive 30 days later, or even up to 60 days later, still testing
And then
positive.
being penalized because of it.
Yeah, but
You know?
does that mean they're contagious? That's the next question. I think this is what the scientists behind everything are scrambling
Yeah.
to understand,
Nobody
because
knows.
no one knows, and it's
Yeah.
all new. So, we just gotta keep praying that they are going to have a better understanding and a better testing method for sure, to see that, of course, you've been positive or that you're spreadable. But then at what point, if you still have it in your system 30 to 60 days later, then are you contagious, and does it matter? So
Oh, God.
it's such a weird revelation, and that's the question with even the reinfects, people who are being reinfected. Are they, or is it still that sneaky little virus sitting in your bloodstream still.
And can you be reinfected the second time? That's the
I
thing
don't
then
know.
too,
That's the
you know,
question.
and if you are reinfected, is it the
Is
second
it
strain?
or is it the same still sitting in your bloodstream? That's the question. It was a really
Well,
good
you know,
article.
I mean, it's something like if you think like because it's a virus like chickenpox. So I mean, you can't. They say you couldn't get chickenpox twice, but there's people out there that have chickenpox twice. You know, so it's really kind of weird. The different variations of the strain of the virus, and there's just so much unknown out there right now that it's hard. And I mean, people are not stupid these days. I know Dr. Google is not the best place to look, but people do Google and people do listen and research and do the homework. And a lot of stuff just doesn't add up for a lot of people. Different people have different theories about stuff, but it's just a lot of up in the air stuff right now. And unfortunately, we were not going to find out anything until we look back on history for sure. And I said that to somebody the other day, and I think maybe it was you and you said, yeah, but which history, depending upon who writes it too. So, I mean,
It is.
yeah, it's going to be
It,
really, really strange.
it depends who writes it, and it's just what it is, but we always have to, and that's what we were talking about too, is like you have to understand both sides to
yeah.
pull the right answer. Anyways, seems to be no end date. Does anyone have an end date on
Yeah,
this?
does anybody know? Because that was the one thing that I was looking for was, did he say we're going to try this out, this entity of lockdown for a week, 10 days? Like, I don't think there was a date. And I was just wondering because it kind of does have an
so
end
many.
and reassess at that point.
There's so many things we can delve on that, but let's not. So
Yeah, let's not. Back to self-care. That's all we can do. That's the only thing that we can do is look after ourselves right now.
Has anyone ever tried a mustard bath, by the way? Have you ever had a mustard bath? Oh, they're so good. So do you take the mustard powder, right? Mix it in with your Epsom salt and baking powder or baking soda or whatever else you want to throw in there. And it is, she says February the 11th. Thank you, Nadine.
Oh, thank you, Nadine. I appreciate that. Well, that's a month.
Even more.
It's a month. But at least there's a number.
Well, thank you, Jesus. I'm going to be able to finish and paint and renovate the house.
Renovate be a new woman and a new house. Okay. What were you saying about mustard bath? Continue. Just don't think about February 11th.
Mustard bath is a great way to intensify a detox and soak in the tub, and because it speeds up, it increases circulation, it does really great draw and absorption, but it is so nice, especially at night after walking when you have that damp chill on you, because it's this time of year that you get these damp chills, not when it's cold, because it's freezing. If it's minus 20, you're going to dress for it much better, right? At 0, you don't know how to dress. It's too cold.
Doesn't usually happen mid-January. But
exactly. Mid-January.
I know. This should be the dead of winter, but it's more like April.
Yeah, exactly. But mustard bath is fantastic. And I know you were just thinking, Dana, are you seriously squirting mustard in your bath and getting?
I was. We've been spending too much time together.
Did anyone else think that? I'm not that stupid.
I just see coming out all yellow.
Dana, you have jaundice. No, it's my mustard bath.
Mustard bath. Feel fabulous.
Oh, gracious. We are so silly this morning. So Nadine says, we've got this, ladies. Yes.
Oh, yes, we do.
It's the great pause.
Part 2.
Part 2. Well, I really hope everyone has, honestly, a fabulous weekend. Yeah. And when I was reading my little thing here, we are allowed to go dog sledding. Did you know that?
Dog sledding.
Yeah,
Cool.
it says so right there. You can
But in
go dog
North Bay, you can't
sledding.
go skating.
You can't go downhill skiing. Well, honestly, you can't. There's two things. So it did have that you can't go. Let me go down here back to the last page. It did say that ski hills and golf courses,
It's
because
almost
Southern
warm
Ontario
enough.
is green, right? Southern Ontario is green.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So golf, I know it's crazy, right? We're about ready to, tulips will be coming up soon. The,
February. Oh
in
my God.
February. In
This is
February.
not normal. There's a whole
Not
shift
normal.
in the world right
I
now.
see that. Restricted hours, grocery stores, da da da. Okay, downhill skiing, golf courses, and outdoor driving ranges are closed to the public. I understand downhill skiing because you have the workers, right? Now, cross country skiing, ice fishing, snowmobiling, and dog sledding, outdoor stuff, and outdoor skating, because even the Queen's Athletic Rink is open.
Yay for
Can stay
February.
open as long as they follow public health requirements. Now, right now, most of that stuff across here is closed because it's too warm,
There's not enough cold.
not enough cold.
Yeah.
You're going to wreck the ice. You're going to wreck the trails, and so just always check first, like with Walden or check with Kivi, check on their websites or on their Facebook pages to see what is available. And honestly, if you love doing outdoor sports, just pray for cold weather, because snowmobile trails are closed, because it's just there's no snow and it's too warm. So.
No.
And so stay off the lakes, please.
Yes, please. Oh, if nothing else, stay off the lakes. Just a little side note, though, unfortunately for our people, our viewers in North Bay, watching the news last night that your rinks and your sliding hills have been all closed. That was a city decision. And apparently it was a hard decision. I can see where it would be a hard decision, but that was a decision that the city made for you guys. So come to February when it gets colder.
Last night that there's too many people not obeying the 2 meter restriction, and they just said,
yeah,
any complaints, right? They've come out. People have come out prepared, masked, keeping distance, teaching their kids to keep distance, and then nobody else respects it. So if everyone wants this all to go smoothly, follow the rules. Do your 2 meter. Have a good day, Nadine. Follow the rules. Keep your 2 meter distance. Wear a mask or put your scarf on or whatever. Or wear your little, what are those things called?
Balaclava.
Well, no, the little scarves that you pull up.
Half a balaclava.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what the remember.
Yeah.
But respect people's distances. Keep distance, right? And wear a mask and use your sanitizer, and so that at least we can keep going outside and getting our fitness and getting fresh air. And
it's actually supposed to get cold this weekend. I don't know for how long, maybe till the middle of next week, but so people are going to want to get outside a little bit for sure. And we all have to do our part. I know it sounds a little cliche these days, but we do, especially if we want to continue living any kind of normalcy. And it's a matter of not being fearful, but just go along with the rules for now. That's all. That's all we have to do. Go along with the rules, and we're going to get back to a place where we don't have to have such strictness rules, and making sure that everybody stays safe.
I was going to add, so I know that with the CQEX and with the foot detox, if you are actually interested in purchasing a device like this, because they are for home use as much as it is in office use, come and try it out. Book an appointment, try it out. And there are great finance. There is really great financing available for people anywhere in Canada or the United States, that in fact for sure for any PMF device, but they are a class 2 medical device. So honestly, if you have and you want to try it out, come in, please. Let me know. Send you all the information you want. And so it can be as low as like $8 a day, like if you've qualified for financing with CQEX. And honestly, there are so many fantastic programs that are available for microcirculation, anti-inflammatory, sleep, and pain management. And there is an opportunity for you to talk with your physiotherapist or your insurance company or with your doctor in these certain situations, that it can qualify for perhaps insurance or perhaps as a tax write-off. So if you're interested in learning more about that, please contact me. And if you want to try it out, let me know, because these are really important devices that are available to you to help you in your healing journey.
Right. Yep. Again, it's covering that holistic part of you, getting the right food into you, getting the right natural supplements into you, and getting the right therapies into your life as well, and integrating that with your medical practitioner, and doing everything that you can to become the best that you can.
Right. Right. And that's all we can do, right? So regardless of what's happening during the day and what's happening this month or happening this week, you still have to take care of you. So I preached it as much as I could yesterday on my podcast or on the podcast that we did. It was that oxygen mask first theory for women especially.
Yeah.
Right? And for men. And men honestly, that's a whole nother topic for another day. But men do fall prey to this false belief as well, that they are to provide for the family. Right. And they have this legacy to prepare and create, which is false, because they honestly don't take care. Honestly, I think they don't take care of themselves even more than women. Right. So it's that oxygen mask first, please, in all that you do. Breathe.
Totally agree.
Rest and digest. Feed your body, feed your mind, feed your soul, and take care of yourself so that you can be there to take care of your aging parents, your future grandchildren, right? And even your best friends who may fall ill that you need to take care of. So these are really important priorities in your life that you need to take care of. But first steps first, oxygen mask.
Yep, definitely.
Take the damn bath. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. You're starting to get a little foggy on the screen, so we're going to shut her down today. And have a good weekend, guys. We are not going to be in the office, but we're not far. You can connect with us in many, many, many places. Email, Facebook. A lot of times we're probably going to be not far from Facebook all weekend, so you can connect with us, talk to us, ask us questions. If you want to try out to come in and get your live blood done, get a foot detox done.
Wendy, you'll add Linktree to our little thingies here, and I'll put a link in there today to give you information about the CQEX, and you can research it and stuff like that, and other Beamer, even Beamer, because that's a really cool one as well for horses and animals, but so is CQEX. So it's just that. Let me know. The PMF therapies are incredible.
Perfect. All right. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.
Bye.